The weird world of Tim Hollis, it's muscles, mahogany, mighty milkshake, green kangaroo, and trust me, they're really cool, they're really nice and really fun. A role model for everyone, the Tim Hollis's creation of Weird World.
And now our host, Tim.
As Bozo the Clown used to say, "Hey, that's me!" Well, I'll never be another Bozo the Clown, but anyway, I probably won't even be Sergeant Jack, but anyhow. It's good to see you, Mahogany. This is my beautiful co-host, Muscles Mahogany. Yes, she's always flipping her hair and all that good stuff there. And a little later in the show, we're going to hear how she saved the day at the biggest baseball game they ever played in Weird World. So
yeah.
I know you're going to look forward.
Me.
You're going to look forward to telling that story there. Before we do that, though, I have a letter here I wanted to read to you. You know, Hank Schwartz, the ruler there in Weird World, he sends me these letters all the time with updates about what's going on there.
Yeah.
Well, this is an event that happened this last week. I don't know if you've heard of this or not. It's about a girl named Patty Black. Did you ever know Patty? She's probably a little bit older than you are.
Yeah,
because,
I've never heard
well,
of
this
her.
past week, Patty Black, she got a job at the Second National Bank of Weird World. And she got a job as a teller. And on their first day as a teller, it says here, there was a customer that came into the bank. Kermit the Frog came in. Now, isn't that surprising? Yeah, Kermit. Kermit doesn't even live in Weird World, but he was going anywhere he could. So he came into the bank and he said, "Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here." And so anyway, Kermit wanted to borrow some money. It says here that he was starting a new movie, a new TV show. He needed to borrow some money. So Patty Black asked him whether he had any collateral. Now, you know what collateral is, don't you? Most of you, if we had any kids with us today, I'd probably have to explain it. But collateral is like if you borrow money from a bank and you have to give them something of value to hold on to until you pay the loan back. So Patty asked Kermit whether he had any collateral. Well, this is where the story gets good. Kermit said that the only thing that he had was a little souvenir snow globe. It was like something he had picked up at Rock City or Silver Springs or one of those places. And Patty said, I don't think we can let you have a loan with nothing more than that for collateral. She said,
why would you?
I know. I mean, it probably, if it wasn't old, it probably wasn't worth more than $5 or $6. So anyway, she had to take it into the president of the bank to talk to him. The president, as you know, the Second National Bank of Weird World, is old Macintosh McMoneybags.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know him, the richest guy in Weird World. Macintosh McMoneybags, he is so rich that he makes Uncle Scrooge look homeless. I mean, that guy he's got the money. So Patty took the little snow globe into Macintosh here and told him that Kermit wanted to borrow money, and that was his collateral. And old Macintosh looked at the snow globe there, and he said, "You mean you don't know what that is?" And Patty said, "No, I don't know." And he said, "You really mean you don't know what that is?" And she said, "No, I don't." And Macintosh said, "It's a knick-knack, Patty Black. Give the frog alone." Boy, I stretched for that one, didn't I? Like I said, I'll never be another Bozo the Clown. But there's one thing that Bozo and I had in common. We both had sponsors that we loved so much. So before the audience turns on us, or before Mahogany turns on me, let's have a word from one of those sponsors.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers. Have you been arrested for a drug charge, DWI, or DUI? Have you been injured on the job or in an automobile accident through no fault of your own? Are you dealing with domestic violence, divorce, child support, or custody matters? Do you have questions about estate planning, preparing your power of attorney, or drafting a will? For all your legal needs, call Crystal Reed.
Welcome to Gardendale Flea Mall and Antique Center, where you'll find deals and discounts on all types of merchandise. Antiques, collectibles, furniture, jewelry, coins, and more. Unique and hard-to-find items. 44,000 square feet, more than 300 dealers. That's 2 large floors fully packed. and it's constantly changing, so there's no telling what you're going to find. Low prices, cool finds, odd deals. Open 7 days a week from 10 to 6. Visit us at GardendaleFleaMall.com.
Now available, one of the most fascinating publications to ever spotlight amusement ride's second golden age. From the popular to the peculiar, hang on tight. Leaves no story untold. Order your hardback, softcover, or digital copy today at Etsy, Amazon, or your favorite bookstore.
And we're back. At least I think we're back. If anyone's still watching after that Patty Black joke that we had there, that was quite a joke for this old man to tell. That was another part of the joke, but anyway, we won't go into that. We've got a studio audience of all grown-ups this time. You know, we call this the kids show for grown-ups because sometimes the grown-ups understand it better than the kids, and then there's other times that no one understands it, including me. But for right now, we've got a cast of adults here, and we're going to talk to the ones on the back row and find out a little bit about them and why they decided to come here in the first place. Now, what's your name, fella?
Oh, my name's Danny.
Danny. All right, Danny. And what made you decide you wanted to come and be a part of this mess?
Well, I saw the first episode and it was really good. It was
Oh.
very nostalgic.
Well, thank you.
Made me think of, old Cousin Cliff,
Oh, yeah. Cousin Cliff and I worked together for a long, long time. I was his puppeteer beginning in 1982. And yeah, Cliff and I we really enjoyed ourselves doing all of that stuff. Now, what's your name?
My name's Jason.
Jason. Oh my goodness, he's the guy that stars in horror movies, doesn't he? this is how he looks when he takes his makeup off, or maybe it's how he looks before he puts his makeup on. I'm not sure, but anyway, good to have you here, and try not to kill anyone until the program's over there. And who's this lady on the end here?
My name's Teresa.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite part of the program, Teresa?
My favorite part would have to be Mahogany.
Oh.
She's a great role model, and I wanted to see her in person.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm supposed to be the star here, but we do let her have a crumb every now and then. So, but wait a minute. No, before she comes over here and does something to me, we have another commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to tell you the story of how she saved the day at the Weird World Series baseball game. So get your popcorn and your peanuts, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Come enjoy our patio dining. Our daily specials. Our friendly staff and service. Our delicious desserts. More than just barbecue, Deermans BBQ. Since 1982. Come see us.
What's so funny? It's the Lum and Abner comic strip. Lum and Abner, the comic strip you can hear.
Hush up, Abner.
Join us each week online for the new hilarious antics of Lum, Abner, and their friends. Click to read, click to listen.
Mom.
Sassy fresh.
Based on the classic old-time radio and movie series, Lum and Abner are back in new comic strips every week. Visit the address on your screen for new Lum and Abner.
And now we're back once again. And before we do this Weird World story, of course, I'm going to draw one of the characters who is in it. It just so happens that the very first character that I ever created for my stories was a guy named Turk the Blue Turkey. And I created him when I was 7 years old, many, many years ago. In fact, this year is actually Turk's 50th anniversary, believe it or not. But he was the first character I ever came up with, and he makes a cameo appearance in this story. So I thought that I would show you how he looked. Now, Turk is let's see, we'll start off with his beak and his mouth like this. And we'll give him a pair of eyeballs like that, those things that hang down below a turkey's chin. And we'll put in his head and his neck. And Turk always wore this silly looking little hat. It was orange and green and it had his initial on the front. Now, of course, everyone knows that turkeys don't really have hands or fingers, but Turk had feathers that came out and formed hands so that he was able to handle things with them.
That must have been hard.
Yeah, turkeys, I guess maybe they grow turkeys different in Weird World. Well, he was blue, so what can you expect from a blue turkey?
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. But that's the funny thing about the characters in Weird World is, even though all these strange characters live there, no one really thinks of anyone else as being odd. A blue turkey, fine. A green kangaroo, fine. Everyone in Weird World just gets along with each other. And wouldn't it be a great world if the rest of the world could do that? And now that you know all about Turk the Blue Turkey, now we're finally going to hear our story about the Weird World Series baseball game. Now what?
Popcorn, get your popcorn.
If she doesn't get out of here, I'm going to pop her corn in a minute here. Interruptions and everything here. Bozo the Clown never had trouble like this. Okay, Mahogany, you ready for this? This is one of your finest moments there in Weird World there. All right. Mr. Wiener Schnitzel, cue some baseball music. There we go. It was the day of the biggest game in baseball, the Weird World Series.
My favorite.
I know. A huge crowd was gathered at the stadium to watch the Crinkle-Snide Crumples play against the Weird World Weirdos.
Weird World is gonna win.
You think so? Okay. Well, naturally, Muscles Mahogany was the star player for the Weirdos.
Of course.
So she was the first one at bat for the game. Pitching for the Crumples was that suave old con man, Springtail the Pig.
I hate that guy.
I say, old chap, he's a bit of a rotter, he is. Unknown to Mahogany, the villain's team had replaced the regular baseballs with some of Crinkle-Snide's own inventions, boomerang baseballs.
I knew they were cheating.
Springtail the Pig hurled the ball in Mahogany's direction, and she had no trouble in giving it a terrific smack with her bat. But the boomerang baseball sailed into the air, made a U-turn, and zoomed right back to Mahogany, hitting her in the head and knocking her out. "Get out!" yelled Larry Loudmouth, the umpire, and she really was out like a light.
That makes me mad.
I'm sure it does.
I'm going to fix those villains right now.
No, just wait. We aren't to that part of the story yet. Okay. All right. Soon it was the Crumples' turn at bat. They sent in that rotten old gangster, Snap Alligator, who waved his baseball bat menacingly. "Alligator, see? I'm going to knock that ball out of the stadium, see? I'm going to win the game for the Crumples, see?" Well, having recovered with only a bump on her head that looked like another bicep, Muscles Mahogany was now pitching for the Weird World Weirdos. That still didn't stop the villains from cheating, though.
Nope.
They had gotten rid of the boomerang baseballs and replaced them with regular baseballs that had large pieces of metal inside.
That should be illegal or something.
Well, nothing's illegal in Weird World, like I said.
Should be.
Yeah. Snap Alligator's bat contained a small magnet. Can you believe that? And whenever Mahogany threw her best pitch, the metal-lined baseball would fly directly to Snap's bat, and he would smack it into the outfield for a home run.
I knew he wasn't good on his own.
Yeah.
But I've heard just enough.
Hmm?
I've got to get my hands on those cheaters.
Just wait. We're almost to that part.
Well, hurry it up then.
Okay. "Oh, this is terrible," Hank Schwartz, the Weirdos manager, said to Mighty Milkshake. "If the Crumbles get one more hit, we're dead ducks."
Tell me about it.
Just then, there was another sickening crack of the bat.
Quack,
"Quack, quack," said Mighty, as you what he was going to say, as yet another baseball soared over their heads. Just then, Muscles Mahogany ran up, dragging Turk the Blue Turkey by the wing.
Hey, manager, Turk has found out something very important.
She yelled. "Yes," reported Turk. "I found out that the Crumples have been cheating during every inning."
He's right.
"Why, those dirty," began Hank Schwartz as Mighty reached for one of his strength-giving magic milkshakes.
Hold on there.
Said Mahogany.
I'm the one they've been playing around with, so I'm the one who's going to fix them.
Pulling out one of her super-powered protein bars, she gulped down a few bites. There you go. okay, and was immediately transformed into the greatest baseball player in Weird World history. And she didn't even need steroids either.
Well, it's about time. Now, just let me have it.
Dashing to the plate, Mahogany snatched up 6 baseball bats all at one time.
Play ball!
She roared at Springtail, who was still the crumpled pitcher. "Oh, yeah!" he shouted, throwing 9 baseballs in the general direction of Mahogany's pretty head. But her powerful swing with the 6 bats hit the baseballs, sending them rocketing back toward the villains like 9 small guided missiles. The baseballs hit all 9 members of the villain team: Crinkle Snide, Springtail, Snap Alligator, Baron Blue Jay, and the rest, and knocked them right into the box where the baseball bats were stored. There the old meanies lay, stacked up like a pile of broken up bats. So, Muscles Mahogany was the hero of the game, and as usual, the villains had learned that their cheating hadn't done them one bit of good. But do you suppose they'll ever learn? I seriously doubt it, don't you? Yeah.
If they ever try anything like that with me again,
what's going to happen? Ooh.
Yeah, they'll get hit by something that'll hurt a lot more than baseballs. Trust me.
Yes, I can believe that. And you better believe it too if you know what's good for you. Well, now we're going to have a pre-recorded segment, or as they used to say in broadcasting, the following segment was transcribed for release at a more convenient time. And right now is the more convenient time, so take it away.
Hello, I'm Chris Dooley, and I'm here today on behalf of Tim Hollis, our show producer. And I would like to say a special thank you to Mr. Hollis, because 2 times a year he opens up his lovely vintage museum to raise money for animal rescues. And we usually do one in the spring and one in the fall. So stay tuned to the show and to the website to find out when our next open tour will be, so you can help us to donate by attending the museum tours, and we purchase items for animal rescues and those that help and save animals. And today we have a very special guest that I'm excited to introduce. All the way from Weird World, we have Mandy, Queen of the Cats, with us today.
I'm so excited to have these guests on a show that help us cats like me and the cats from Weird World, and matter of fact, all over the place. It's just perfect. Me, how Mr. Hollis arranged this.
And our special guest for today is Alex with Triumph. Oh. Oh.
Come on, baby. Hello, darling.
Let's see, he's wanting a treat. Oh, goodness. Uh-oh. There you go. There you go. Well, Alex, you are with Champ's Legacy.
Yes, ma'am.
And where y'all located?
We are located in Remlap, Alabama, though we do not have a brick and mortar location. We are foster based, so all of our foster base spreads out anywhere from Huntsville, Alabama, down into Remlap, and as far out as Hoover. We've got a couple down in Mobile, but we cover pretty well throughout the state of Alabama with our foster system.
Well, I'm happy you're here because one of my favorite dogs was named Champ, and he was just a mutt. And I trained him to, he would stick his nose like to give me sugar on the cheek, and he would wrap his arms around me and hug me, and I would take him places, and people would be like, that dog's actually hugging her and everything. I taught him to climb a ladder, and he was the sweetest dog. You know, he was my favorite Champ. So tell us about Triumph. Tell us the story about him.
So Triumph actually came from a breeder who did his best by him. He really did. He ended up with a deformity in one of his litters, and he realized that it was going to be a little bit more complex than he could handle. So instead of following the vet's decision over there, which was to euthanize the puppy, he actually did reach out, and he ended up with us, because we do specialize in disabled animals. We specialize in nursing and pregnant mothers as well as senior animals. So we take what most people won't, and we give them that chance. And you'd be amazed at what a lot of these dogs and cats can become when given that chance. Many vets here told us, there's nothing we can do for this dog. It's best to just let him go. And we found the right vet, actually through my personal vet, that said, you know what, if you want to give him a chance, we'll give him a chance. So he was born with something called hemivertebra, which is a vertebrae missing in the spine. It causes rear end paralysis, and it's actually very common for his breed. But a lot of breeders don't know how to handle it. Unfortunately, it did lead to a double rear amputation with him. Not that anything slows him down. I went on the couch. But, so he's a wheelchair baby. They're actually starting to see more of these. They're becoming more common because people are learning how to treat the problem instead of just giving up on the problem. So, there's many other two-legged pets out there that the world knows quite well. And he's just another one of those many, and he lives his life and nothing slows him down.
You can put him up there if you want to. I just think it's amazing the contraptions that people can make nowadays to assist animals that are missing legs and things. I've seen it with all kind of animals. What all animals do you guys rescue and help?
So we actually pretty much take it all in. We do work with canines and felines, but we also have the ability to work with any form of livestock. And we work with certain exotic pets, be it reptiles or small animals, things like that. We are equipped, and we have fosters equipped to handle just about anything you can throw at us.
Cool. Do you want to talk about how someone could be a foster or maybe help an animal?
Absolutely. So whether it's with our rescue or another, fostering is an amazing way to help out when you may not otherwise be able to. You can't adopt a dog or a cat right now. So fostering allows you to open up your home for a temporary amount of time to get that pet used to home life. And you can contact pretty much any rescue. Not a shelter. Shelters tend to, they've got their setup and they've got their kennels. But with rescues, with rescues, we tend to need fosters quite frequently. Like today, we had an emergency case come in that almost made us a little late. But we have an 8-week-old puppy that is being threatened to be shot. So we will be going shortly after this to go and pick him up, and we hit our network of fosters and immediately got a response, oh yes, we'd love to have that baby for a little while. You get him and we'll give him that chance. And he's just a baby, So having those fosters on hand makes all the difference and allows us to take the animals in that SOS emergency situation, that dire need.
You can save so many more. Is Triumph up for adoption, or is he a
Triumph is a
rescue
foster fail.
Yeah, a rescue fail.
Baby. And we pretty well knew him coming in. He was going to have to go to a very special place. So I think you took, 2 days? 2 days? I said he's not going anywhere?
Now, are all of your animals afflicted or something, or do you have normal animals that you
have quote unquote normal
adopt
animals that are adoptable right now? We've got a couple litters of puppies in. Like I said, we work heavily with nursing mothers that shelters can't take. They just don't have the resources and the time, and it's really not an environment for a nursing mother to be in. So we have lots of babies right now. We got into that second round of puppy season.
Cat season coming up in April?
Oh yes, and kitten season's always rough for us. I believe last year we took in, I want to say close to 200 plus kittens during kitten season. Now we had a couple of the rescues that stepped up and helped out with those numbers. We worked with a couple of large colony cases, and we did this year as well. Anybody that knows Champs right now probably knows us from the Woodland case, and the Woodland case was a major case that we had to take in. It was absolutely horrific, and we actually brought in a couple other rescues to help with us because there were 60 plus animals on the property that had to be removed.
Now, if somebody wanted to make a donation to you guys, what are some things that y'all can use?
So if you're looking at physical donations, we're always in need of blankets. We are always in need of dog food, and puppy food is a really big one that people tend to not think about. They think a dog's a dog, so let's donate dog food, but puppies do need to be on that specific diet. Cat food, kitten food, especially when it hits springtime, we go through kitten food like crazy.
And the milk, the special milk for kittens.
See, well, as it happens, we don't tend to work a lot with bottle kittens.
Okay.
We do work with the nursing mothers, but we very rarely get the bottle kittens in because we have a mother that we can hand them over and will happily take them. But we are always in a big, big need of kitten food.
All right. And how can people donate to you guys?
So you can actually look us up on Facebook at Champs Legacy. And there we have all of our information through Linktree. So we have our PayPal and our Venmo, things like that for direct monetary. And then we also do partner with Hoover and Trustful's Petco. So any physical donations can be dropped off there. If you contact us through Facebook, though, we can set up a place to meet. If you would just really like to bring us some things, we can always meet and help out if you're a distance away.
All right. Well, one thing that we're doing on the show is we're going to give away a cat warming house.
Oh.
And now, if you don't win it, please contact me or Mr. Hollis to go and purchase one. Well, you really don't have to purchase it. They just ask for a donation for it. And we are going to give away a cat warming house. And all you have to do to get the cat warming house is to send us an email with your name. Of course, you've seen the show, but you can also get your friends to watch the show and send an email in with your name or their name if they want one. And say the name of Mandy, Queen of the Cats' daughter's name. Mandy is about to tell us the daughter's name.
And my daughter's name is Pearly May Rattlebottom.
And that's all you have to remember. And send the email. You can go to the website, www.timhollisweirdworld.com. And I have a special gift for Triumph. Hopefully that will keep him warm.
He says he loves him's jacket.
And we have him a bed. We have him a bed. Hopefully that'll help keep him warm too, because we love our guests. And then we also have some throwaway blankets, as well as some towels and blankets and cat bowls and just an assortment of things that you guys said that you need to help the other animals. And all of these things were purchased from proceeds from Mr. Hollis's museum tours, as well as we do a fashion show every year with our ACT models. And the proceeds from the fashion show go to buy supplies and things for the animal rescues.
Yes, ma'am. We appreciate it. It's going to help your friends so much.
Let me give him one more treat, and we just thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
You want one with some goodies?
We are so happy to have the opportunity to join.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, get it, bud.
Weird World and myself, Crystal Reed, would like to thank
Truck drivers,
Farmers.
first responders,
Law. Medical. Delivery services. Educators.
and everyone else that assisted with COVID-19. Thank you.
Ahoy, mates! I wants to tell you about Operation Comics Relief. It's a non-profit which sends comic books to our soldiers and sailors overseas. It brings them a little bit of home. Find out how you can help Operation Comics Relief.
Looking for vintage collectibles? Shop for those forgotten retro finds from your own living space. Visit Shades of Decades at Etsy.com. Shades of Decades, where we make memories affordable and shipping is always free.
All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed our segment with the animals there. We love animals here at the Weird World Show, not just the talking kind, but the kind that you see every day. And we also love our audience. Now, some of them look kind of like talking animals too, but we won't go into that right now. We met the audience on the back row a few minutes ago, but now we're going to meet the ones on the front row, and you sure do look familiar.
Yes.
Haven't you been here before?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
part of ACT. I sing, dance, and I do a lot of impersonations.
Okay, and we'll be sending you a bill for that commercial, okay? Because we're always looking for sponsors. And speaking of sponsors, look who's here again. Here's our friend.
Hi, Crystal.
Oh, okay, great. You've seen her in the commercials, and we hope you'll be seeing her in the commercials again, because we love that. And I don't even have to ask this lady's name. It's, oh no, not you again. This lady almost hogged our entire first episode there. What did you come back for this time?
I have forgotten to say hello to some people.
Oh no, not this time.
Leon.
We're out of time. Program's over. Show's over.
No. Leon, Marlon,
before,
Rebecca,
be be sure to join us next time. And in a minute, we're going to hear from our good friend Chris with some special offers that you might be interested in. Shut up! And hopefully next time we'll have a different audience without you in it. And hopefully...
Oh, and there's a guy that died in the circuit that I
Cut!
say.
Can I cut my throat now? Goodbye, folks. Goodbye. Goodbye to you.
Hi, this is Chris Dooley, and thank you for watching our show. We hope you'll join us for our next program, and remember, we'd love to hear from you. You can email us at weirdworldtv@aol.com or call us at 205-739-8254. That's also where you can order our new Weird World coloring books, written and illustrated by our host, Tim Hollis. These are great for adults or kids, and there's a story also inside the coloring books, and they're only $5. Since we've heard all about how they play baseball in Weird World, on this show, remember our 3 strikes. Strike 1, appear in our audience. Strike 2, be a character on our show. Strike 3, be one of our prestigious sponsors for this show. And now back to our host, Tim Hollis, author, comedian, cartoonist, museum, curator.
Oh, stop it. I'd let you keep going, but our time is up.
But I was going to say...
You're out! I mean, we're out of here. Cue the theme song, folks.
The weird world of Tim Hollis, it's muscles, mahogany, mighty milkshake, green kangaroo, and trust me, they're really cool, they're really nice and really fun. A role model for everyone, the Tim Hollis's creation of Weird World.
This has been a Hollis production, don't you know?
Tim